Hey everyone, welcome to Waxing Pixels, a podcast on Battle Geek Plus. My name is Josh, and if things sound just a tiny bit different, it's because we're recording at Ryan's place. All four of us are here, except for Frank, who is right now recording in VR.
Whoa. Am I recording in VR?
Yes,
Really?
you are here in VR.
Oh.
You're wearing the VR headset while we are recording.
Yeah, I'm not wearing my Oculus Rift.
You are now somewhere else, and I don't know what you're looking at, but...
I don't know what he's looking at either, because I didn't give him the controller.
Right? So, anyway, like I said, welcome to Waxing Pixels, a video game podcast from Battle Geek Plus. My name is Josh. I already said that. With me, I have Heather.
Hi.
Ryan.
Hey, I'm back.
And Frank.
What's up?
So, Ryan, where were you these past 2 weeks?
So the past 2 weeks, I was sick as a dog. I think 2 weeks ago, I was over at your place, and then I remember we had a nice dinner that I brought over, then I puked that shit out, and I went home.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was bad. Really bad. So I took the past 2 weeks off trying to recover. I'm a lot better now. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm well enough to do the podcast. It was kind of weird listening to the podcast without me, but I think Josh did a better job of doing my ending bit last week.
Is that like the whole reason you listen to the podcast is to listen to yourself? You're just like, I really like hearing myself talk.
Actually, when I listen to the podcast, I'm like, oh god, I sound like that? Shit, no.
And if anybody is wondering what's going on with, if you notice an odd change in, volume and whatnot, I'm fucking with the settings of this mic since we're in Ryan's place, and he has carpet everywhere, and it's a much smaller living room, and so there's not nearly as much echo, and empty space.
Or cats.
So,
yeah, we have a lot of stuff to bounce off of.
But, it's better than our place, because you guys, have art on the wall and whatever. It helps dampen sound. And
which is
so,
great.
yeah, any weird volume changes is because I'm fucking with these damn settings.
Alrighty. So, now that we're through the experimental phase of the opening part of this podcast, let's move into what you playing. Heather, what you playing?
Zelda.
Oh, yeah? What'd you just end up doing in Zelda?
I actually now have over 100 shrines.
Holy crap.
And I have over 200, over 210 Koroks found. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a side mission right now.
Right,
so.
in Terrytown, right?
I just finished that. Yeah.
That's what I was actually.
No, I just went to Zora's Domain to do another side quest I discovered. So
you were telling me today that you've come across side quests lately where you go up and you speak to the person and get the side quest started, and then immediately while you're still standing there before you can go do anything, it's all side quest complete.
Yeah, I know.
Where you go and talk to the person.
I'm all like, ooh, I found a side quest. This is great. And then it's all side quest completed. And I'm like, oh. So this one I found in Zora's Domain is one that I have not completed. So I just ran to go complete that now.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because you brought the Switch, because it's portable when carried.
Exactly. Though I did notice on the way here that the reason why I wanted you to drive was because I wanted to keep playing. And I've noticed that even while playing, and not just I get car sick when I read. I don't do that. But I noticed that while playing, I also get car sick. But it wasn't bad car sick. It also wasn't being in the car while your stepfather is driving. I think I'm going to die car sick.
Yeah, well, yeah. That wasn't my best driving, though. I was driving into the sun the whole time, and that really, really, really,
I'm glad
really
we didn't
sucked.
catch on fire.
So, but yeah. Ryan, what have you been playing?
Let's see. I bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch, but the problem is, and when I'm sick, it's kind of hard to play a console game for over an hour. But for some reason, though, I can play the 3DS okay. So I just played a lot of Dragon Ball Fusions, and I beat the game. And the last boss is something out of really terrible Dragon Ball fan fiction. I mean, I could have sworn the last boss is a character some kid wrote in 1998.
Isn't
1998?
I don't know. It seems like a lot of Dragon Ball stuff that's come out since maybe 2014 has pretty much just been terrible fan fiction
Yeah.
that's come to life with varying degrees of success. And then obviously, we have the Xenoverse games now too,
Yeah.
and that's just pretty much giant fan fiction there also. You are now in Dragon Ball Z, that sort of thing. It's fun though. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm poking fun at it, but I enjoy it a lot.
Let's see. Also, I just purchased an actual Famicom with a disc system because actually me and Josh, we want to review that for Battle Geek Plus, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I also bought a Power Glove for the NES, which I've never played before.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so bad, it's good, isn't it?
No, it's just bad.
It's just bad.
It's so bad.
All right.
It's so bad. You ever seen The Wizard?
Yes.
Okay. That's the line. It's so bad. That's like the full stop. It's so bad. Bump. Yeah. He even says bump. Not really.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Bump.
Other than that, I haven't been playing a lot of console games. I do have something coming later this week, which is going to be like, why the fuck did you buy that? But it's going to be something hilarious that I am going to review on the show. So stay tuned for that. I'm getting a lot better now. I mean, hopefully I sound better. I hope I don't sound like super nasally. So yeah, I hope to get back into streaming some games. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Fun. Hey, Frank, what are you playing right now?
Google VR. Google Earth VR.
Oh, dude, you're going to be like addicted to that for like 2 hours straight.
Oh, is this the thing you were talking about? How you would like just like sit on your couch and be at a beach?
Well, no, that's another program, but Google Earth VR, like you can just
imagine you're in a city, and it's all made of Legos, and you're about 10 times the size of Godzilla.
You're just moving around.
Just moving around.
And looking everywhere. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I am a god right now.
Because over on the computer screen, like I just see the Google Earth VR.
Yeah, it just says Google Earth VR. It doesn't show what
it's
what
not
you're saying.
outputting it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can only imagine what it's like, playing Google Earth rather than using Google Earth.
Yeah, well, I actually do have a kaiju game on the Oculus, but it's kind of hard to play because I need feet space and
I was in China. No wonder.
and I have this big table here, so I got to clear the table if I want to play like the kaiju game.
So as for me, I played some Ninja Turtle games last week. I played the arcade game. I played Turtles 4 on SNES. Streamed it a little bit too on my own channel.
Cool.
Just trying to get things set up and done right and everything. And I was actually, we'd been having problems on Battle Geek Plus with getting the chat to display properly. But
Yeah.
I found out how to on OBS not only show the inner chat window on my end, on the dashboard end, but also increase the font of that chat.
All right, cool.
So that it would actually be legible to anybody who might actually want to see their stuff come up on screen. So that was really neat, but still trying to get things right in terms of, keeping something windowed and also being able to see other stuff on my screen. I don't know. You have 3 monitors though, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal at all.
Right.
I have 1 television to kind of do everything on. So I played a little bit of that. But that's pretty much it. I've been trying to edit some Dragon Ball videos and write those and stuff between the TV being used for other things. And
and I'm lending some of my personal collection over for Josh's channel.
Oh, for Dragon Ball stuff, yeah.
Ryan's trying really hard to see how far he can push me before I just murder him in his sleep, and we get rid of all of his shit. We I'm just gonna kill him one day, and I'm gonna bring all of his shit that he left at our apartment, and I'm just gonna dump it on his corpse, and no one's gonna be able to find him for a month.
I'm afraid it's only gonna get worse from here.
Worse for you, maybe, because nothing else is coming into our apartment, period.
Nothing.
No more.
Nothing.
My birthday's this weekend. I'm not working. Josh is taking me to do a thing. We're going to have a nice dinner and whatever the hell it is that has planned. And then I'm going to go through a whole bunch of stuff and get rid of a bunch of shit. So...
Should I be
yeah.
out of the apartment by then, Josh?
You're usually wearing headphones all the time, so I never really have to worry about.
Yeah, we don't. That's not really a concern because you're always laughing at something. I mean, unless you find our sex hilarious from the other room.
That's just
that would make sense on my humor.
So, anywho, yeah. So that's what I've been playing, and looks like Heather's going to start a game of get rid of shit in the apartment before we move in September.
Yes.
Again.
So that's be fun. Frank's apparently learning how to count right now, but let's move on to our first topic, and this topic is related to, I don't know, Ryan, bring one up. You're doing...
Come on, Ryan.
All right. First one we're going over is Tekken 7 players banned for alleged collusion at a tournament. GameSpot reports that there are a couple of players who have, according to Bandai Namco's rules in regard to Tekken tournaments, they were colluding to sort of, what do I want to say, manipulate the results of a tournament. There really wasn't super high amounts of detail as to what exactly they were trying to do, but the rules on collusion are apparently not all that clear, and at least not up until just recently, and so they ended up being banned. Everyone's mad, and Bandai Namco has since clarified their rules on collusion. So, Heather, you're the Tekken person. I know you don't play competitively, but you're the Tekken person in the general sense. Like, does this in any way mean anything to you at all?
Since I don't do it competitively, this means nothing to me. Like, it sucks that that some people were doing that. However, one of the individuals accused of this has flatly denied it.
Of course they would.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right.
I didn't cheat.
But, I mean, you know, whatever.
It was the butterfly, I
cheating
tell you.
in general for tournaments of any kind is just, you know, that's bad.
Well,
okay?
but how would they cheat, though?
Well, the idea was that they would lose in certain ways to certain people.
I see.
Probably to one another.
Oh.
You know, to guarantee one or both of them somehow getting through a round.
Oh.
Trying
you know,
to fix it.
You know, splitting reward money and whatnot.
So basically, what happened was one of them got the other one in a headlock and said, "Hey, if you want to continue being the famous champion, then you need to give me your prize money."
It's like,
So I'm gonna
what was
stand-
it, $1 million zinny?
Yeah, so I'm going to stand here and you're going to throw your hardest punch. And I'll throw the fight. And he said, "Oh, okay." And they got caught, as opposed to how it went down in Dragon Ball.
Oops.
Yeah, he forgot his tractor.
I was wearing my tractor.
But yeah, so like something like this doesn't really affect me because I'm not a part of these communities. I don't go to forums and I don't play online and whatever. However, our friend Francis, you know, he's very big on competing and competing. He's very big on competing, and he does that whenever he can, and he's a huge Tekken fan also, so this is probably something he has a much heavier opinion on. So yeah, I mean, it sucks that if they were doing this and they got caught, good, fuck those guys. If they weren't doing this and, I don't know, somebody made a comment to get them out of the tournament and it worked in that person's favors, fuck them. If Bandai Namco is just being crazy, fuck Bandai Namco. Either way, you know.
Somebody needs to get
Somebody
fucked.
needs to be fucked, and in the end, this doesn't affect me in the slightest. I don't even watch, like...
You have.
I have.
You don't go out of
But
your way
I'm
to
not,
do so.
like, I don't know these people. I don't know their usernames. Like, none of them sound familiar. I don't recognize them. If you showed me a picture of these guys, I'd be like, oh, who's this twat? Like, I don't know.
I remember, though, used to be, not like competitive fighting game community, but I remember you used to just kind of be competitive, like, locally amongst, like, friends.
Just
and stuff
amongst
like
friends,
that.
yeah.
I remember back before we even moved out here, you know, I can't remember which Tekken it was. I think it was on the PS3.
I think it was 5.
You were playing that with somebody, and they kept getting mad because you were beating them, and they practiced for like a month or something. It was like the roommate of somebody that we knew.
No. The person that I remember, well, I mean, considering the fact that amongst acquaintances and friends, I apparently was unbeatable, you know, the only person I remember playing Tekken against specifically was somebody who was Korean, and apparently, you know how sometimes you get the stereotypical Asian person who ends up taking a hobby a little too far. Yeah. So this was a guy.
That's Ryan.
Okay, yeah. But this was a guy who all of his focus was on this one game. He didn't really play anything else. He straight up just played only Tekken. Damn. He was able to pull off all 10-hit combos with like more than half the characters. Like, you have to sit your ass down and literally waste hours of time to be able to do that. Like, I mean, sure, dude, you're going to be competing, you're going to be making money out of this is part of your livelihood, fine, whatever. But he just did it because, I don't know, he wanted to. And he was the only person that could consistently beat me. And he's the only person I remember in the years of me playing Tekken. I don't remember all the people that I beat. You just don't. Like, if everybody's the same, you're not going to remember people. I mean,
they're all insects compared to the.
That's not what I mean. I go to work and
they're ants.
I don't remember every table I have unless they're a complete asshole or they're really fucking funny. You know, like, those are the two things that makes me remember a table. We have regulars that I don't recognize because they're just normal everyday people that just order normal everyday things, and they're just polite, they pay, and they leave. They're not dicks, and they're not funny. I don't remember those people. Like, I'm not going to remember the slews of people that I defeated on a regular basis, but I will remember the person that actually consistently beat me and made me had to work just to win a round. Like, I remember that guy. I don't remember his fucking name. I just remember he was Korean. He was Chad's roommate.
Yeah, so somebody we know, their roommate.
Yeah, but no. He didn't get mad. Like, I didn't get mad. Like, you were talking about somebody that got mad at me for constantly beating him. It was
not like getting. They were like determined to get better, and they practiced a lot, and in the hopes of going up against you again. And all that stuff. That's the story I was trying to tell you. That was somebody who was white. Yeah, and I don't. In either case, no matter what their skin color was, I was just kind of like, that's the one I was talking about.
Right. Well, it wasn't Chad's roommate, because Chad's roommate, like, I only met him that once.
Okay. And
he kicked my ass from here to fucking wherever he was from.
Tiananmen Square?
Sure.
Actually, no.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not.
No, I was actually making a Tenacious D reference.
Oh.
So.
Well, like the only
here to Tiananmen Square.
Well, like the only cheating I experienced in like fighting games is, but I think like the previous console generation, the Xbox 360, the PS3, Street Fighter 4, I used to play that online a lot, and then right before I would beat my opponent, like they would disconnect, and so like they wouldn't get the loss.
Those people.
There's actually systems in place now to actually. Like, sort of punish people who do that repeatedly.
Yeah, so. I used to play it online a lot, but people would disconnect as soon as I would almost win. Oh, yeah, and I don't think anybody remembers this guy anymore, but hey, Humboldt J420, you are still an asshole.
Wow, Ryan. Way to not let him have the power or anything like that.
Yeah, that's I was holding that grudge.
That's pretty crazy. Like, that's... Everyone's be like, who's that? I mean, I don't know. But then again, on Twitter, like amongst Dragon Ball fans, we still, talk shit about Miami Mike and Hank.
Yeah.
So I don't even know who those guys actually are. So.
Well, in regards to Tekken 7, I'm not interested, like I said, in the competition. I don't care about these tournaments. They're fun to watch whenever, you turn them on. I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll watch this. And I totally get into it. But it's not something that I actively pursue, and the only thing I care about is this game coming out and me actually owning it, so, yeah.
Alrighty. So then, moving on to our next topic, be it something that we talked about within the past couple of weeks. Before we go to it, Frank, where are you right now?
I'm above I think the Middle East.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no, I'm back above Alaska.
You're above Alaska. That's
okay. That's a big
interesting.
jump.
2 places to confuse. But yes, okay, so
Antarctica.
Antarctica. Jeez, you're really hopping around,
He's
man.
warping around the world.
That's crazy. So, anyway, on to our next topic. Kingdom Hearts 3 to be shown at E3 2017.
Gasp.
Whoa.
What? Finally.
Wait, so it's not going to come out when I'm 45?
No, not unless 45 is coming up in 2018. But,
Well,
yeah.
we wouldn't even be able to know because we wouldn't be able to tell his age until he was 90.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So yeah, apparently, now we've heard some rumors about Kingdom Hearts 3. We did a thing recently where we talked about Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 definitely not coming out in 2017. We talked about how there's 20 Kingdom Hearts
million
games.
fucking games, and they all have crazy fucking titles. Just Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. Holy shit. That title right there, if you have that on a DS case, it better be in tiny fucking print because it's gonna take up the entire cover art.
Yeah, you put now think about that on the actual cartridge itself.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It would be KH 0.2 BBS colon AFP. That's what it would be. Because there would be no room for that entire fucking title.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. But there's a bunch of them. But the one that everyone's waiting on is Kingdom Hearts 3. And according to rumors that are circulating online, a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer was supposed to be released last month, but it will be shown at E3 instead, which is next month. Hopefully that's the case, and hopefully we'll actually get this game in 2018 so people can finally move on from complaining about how they don't have it to complaining about how it's not as good as the previous one.
Well, and then there's also
That's
the
everything.
fact that there's probably going to be a lot of complaints that it's because Disney's now involved.
Yeah.
Has been, and the fact that the team working on it's been getting a lot of pressure to finish this and make it come out. I mean, there's a good chance that maybe we're not going to get a polished game out of this. So that could be a complaint.
More than
Although
likely.
I know that's going to be a complaint.
That's true. There might be some cuts that might need to be made in order to actually get it to come out on time.
So basically, Mickey's brandishing the whip on Square Enix.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Mickey's into that sort of shit. I mean, he lets Minnie go off and fuck Goofy all the time, so...
Yeah, I bet you Donald Duck's yelling at Square Enix
No, Ryan.
It's
stop.
not-
That
Don't
sounded
even-
like a gremlin, Ryan.
It's not just any whip either. It's that one from Iron Man 2
Oh yeah.
that the Russian guy had. That's the one that they're using.
How do you feel, Frank?
Oh, I can do this.
My hands can touch anything but themselves. Oh, wait, never mind.
So, Frank,
Yeah?
whenever we last talked about Kingdom Hearts 3, you were saddened by the notion that it was pushed back because you were interested.
Yeah, I was interested, but not fanboy interested.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, this isn't necessarily saying that a release date has been announced, but it is claiming that, there are very heavy hints that it's going to be coming out next year, 2018.
I'm not surprised.
Would you, if it suddenly came out in 2018, suddenly I say, would you be interested then? Or are you just going to be like, I'm tired of waiting for it, so I'm going to stop caring?
Well, I wouldn't get it ASAP. You know me, I would wait until it would go on sale.
Yeah.
Assuming that it goes on computer.
Oh, for PC?
Yeah.
Well, it is slated, as far as I know, for, let's see, PlayStation 4. I feel like, it's supposed to be released on PS4 and Xbox One. I would assume at some point it would also be ported to PC.
I mean, a lot of stuff that's also on Xbox, tends to make its way to Steam. So
Right.
it doesn't specifically say PC here, but,
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious about it. I mean, I like the Kingdom Hearts series. I'm not a big fanboy of it, but my big gripe would be like with Kingdom Hearts 2, you had to play the Game Boy Advance game in order to understand Kingdom Hearts 2, because in Kingdom Hearts 2, like half the villains were already dead, and I didn't know anything about that because I didn't play the Game Boy Advance game. But now we have,
That was something that I had issues with too. I was playing when I played the second one. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but okay.
Yeah, but like my biggest fear about Kingdom Hearts 3 is, I got to play all these other Kingdom Hearts Under the Bed 3.5
Under the bed
05 expansion. Mickey is in Wonderland with Cloud Strife, and they're riding chocobos, but I have to play that on the 3DS, and then I gotta play it on the PlayStation Vita, and then I gotta play the prologue version on like the PS3 before I can understand anything going on in Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, I think even among the Kingdom Hearts community, even their fans don't know what the fuck the story's about.
Yeah.
And now for Kingdom Hearts... Is it 3? No! 2.999997! Birth defect in the bathtub! Open the refrigerator to sleep. I don't know, I'm just not quite convinced that there's not going to be another Kingdom Hearts game before this that isn't Kingdom Hearts 3.
Where you have to fight Cyber Mickey.
Yes, Cyber Mickey. He's gonna drop in on you 90s style and ask you ASL.
No. You have to fight Metal Mickey.
Metal
Mickey.
Metal Mickey.
You have to race him.
Yep.
See who makes it through the line to Splash Mountain first.
And in the end, Minnie is the real winner.
She's the one behind everything.
Sploosh Mountain.
Splash Mountain. Yeah,
She's the one behind everything.
Behind everything?
Yeah.
I think everyone's trying to get behind her, though. At
least
in
just as long as they make Darkwing Duck a playable character.
Keep dreaming.
Yeah.
I think...
One day you're going to learn no one cares about your dreams, Ryan.
I know, I'm sad.
Wow. That's really sad.
Oh, Frank. Sometimes you're a real dick.
Anyway, let's get moving on to our next topic. Looks like pretty soon we are going to be getting a new RetroN NES HD called the RetroN 1. It's a Hyperkin RetroN 1 NES HD Gaming Console. Now, Hyperkin, they've come out with various clone consoles before. You might remember the RetroN 5 played 5 different types of retro games, including Game Boy. This one is, like the title, like the name of it suggests, is a clone NES. This guy is coming out for about $40 later on this year in gray and in black. And the gray version actually looks very similar to like the old toaster NES, but it is top loading. The
top loading toaster?
Top loading toaster.
That's the best kind of toaster.
It's the normal kind of toaster. So it comes in red and black, comes with its own controller that probably... the controller looks really similar to an NES controller. Like usually these clone console controllers, they don't really seem to do the job, but hopefully it's not just aesthetics, and this new clone NES controller that comes with the console actually, is something worth using, and you don't have to go out and buy new NES controllers for this. Now, as it's a Hyperkin product, you're going to have compatibility with most NES titles. You'll probably have problems with some, but it'll work with NSTC or PAL region games. You're going to have HD audio and video at 720p, and you can play the games in their original 4x3, or you can stretch them to 16:9 if you're a horrible human being. It'll come with a 3-foot HDMI cable. It'll come with a 6-foot micro USB cable with AC adapter. And for those of you who would rather play your games on a CRT, this thing is AV compatible, so you'll be able to play Punch-Out and not have input lag from your HD TV.
Yes.
So this thing's coming out on the 25th of May. So very soon. You can grab it on Amazon in gray or black. And for anybody who's just looking for a cheap alternative to an NES, here you go. The only downside I'm seeing is that it is, and this is why it's priced at where it's at, is that it's not actual NES hardware. It's not, like recreating the NES hardware. It is like Hyperkin's other products. It is an emulation console. So, but then again, that's why it's not like $500.
You're right.
So, Ryan, did this catch your eye at all as anything that you might actually end up grabbing? I know you just got a Famicom and Famicom Disk System.
And I do have an NES top loader.
Right. So, is your top loader AV modded?
Oh yeah, it's AV modded.
Oh,
Okay.
you have a really nice doorstop in there, Ryan.
Yep.
Oh, the Dreamcast.
The
there?
Dreamcast, yeah.
Is that the NES 101 or is that the Super Famicom Mini? Is it the American or the Japanese one?
American one.
Okay.
Yeah, American one.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you already have the top-loading NES, like you said.
Yeah, and it's AV modded too. And,
AV modded.
And also my Famicom with the disk system is AV modded too.
Oh, cool,
Yeah.
cool. So, but the HD out with the HDMI and everything, like, is any of that really pique your interest at all?
Well, I have the NES Mini, and I know Hyperkin wants to push this out because the NES Mini has been discontinued. I mean, it looks really cool, I think, and it's really affordable. It might be something I could probably review on Battle Geek Plus, but I don't think I'd pick it up right away because I already have enough systems to play NES games on. But I think if you're just gonna get the NES Mini, then yeah, you should totally pick this thing up because I did play the RetroN 5 at your place, and yeah, it's a really good system.
Yeah, it is. I didn't really see anything in this description that would include like storing cheat codes or upgrading firmware via USB or anything like that, or micro SD. But it does seem like it's just more on the basic end. And that's probably, like you mentioned about the NES Mini like going out of production.
Yeah.
Like that's probably really one of the only reasons this new product coming out is actual news.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen, retro duos and stuff like that for, years and years now. I remember like they used to make them, super cheap. I got a retro duo back in the day for like $30 brand new, and the thing broke and I opened it up and like the boards were like held down with electrical tape, and stuff like that. So
yeah, like I remember when probably like 10 years ago when the NES patent ran out, and everyone was making the clone systems, like they were putting them on an NES on a chip.
Yeah,
I mean, I bought one of them. It was called the Generation Next, and it looked pretty cool. It looked like an NES, and it had a slot for the Famicom and it had a slot for the NES. But the problem is, it was an NES on a chip, so like the sound was really off. I mean, wasn't the sound kind of off on your Retro Duo too?
A little bit. Like certain things that sounded like it wasn't just quite right on the Retro Duo.
It's just like very noticeable.
So, but on these newer Hyperkin systems, I haven't really noticed that nearly as much.
Yeah, because I also remember we played Turtles on Time on your Famicom Turtle Van.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we played Turtles on Time and it glitched once we got to the pirate level.
Oh yeah. That's that was something that happened, but. It was a pretty cool experiment nonetheless, and I still have that sitting around somewhere. Yeah. What he's talking about, I had... so there's the Ninja Turtles Turtle Van vehicle that you put your figures in from the 80s that opens from the top. And a friend of ours down in San Diego, I paid him to take the guts out of a Retro Duo and put them inside the Turtle Van. And then, I plugged that in, and then had controller ports coming out the front, AV ports going out the back, and basically you open up the top and you top load games into it. And it was pretty cool. I posted online several years ago, and then a few years after that, someone else made a Turtle Van that basically did the same thing, and it went completely viral. So, yeah. I was a little...
It just goes to show you that original content is nothing.
So yeah, I was a little salty on our friend's behalf about that.
Yeah.
he doesn't really seem to be the kind of guy that wants to be known in the first place.
Right.
So I don't think he was mad about it at all. We've actually moved on to some other reproduction products we've been talking about for a long time, just to make for like my private collection and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what that's about. Anyway, if you are one of the people who missed out on the NES Mini, or you need something to play those old NES carts on that you have sitting in your attic somewhere, then this is the product for you. You can grab it toward the end of May in the North American region.
Yeah, and I would definitely recommend this kind of over a Raspberry Pi, especially if you want to play Punch-Out without input lag.
Oh, yeah, because the AV kit. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know on my Facebook feed, like, they're constantly, like, promoting, like, these NES-colored Raspberry Pis. I mean, those look really cool, but I have played Punch-Out on a Raspberry Pi at Arcade 2084, and I just cannot beat Tyson on that.
Did you try whipped cream? Get
Yeah,
it?
I think...
Yes. Like, I don't know. But then again, you're like hardcore Punch-Out. Like anybody who's just like, I want to play Mario casually. Like, it's a little bit different. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely something to grab, especially if you want to play from the original games and everything, or at least a flash card. And going on to our next topic, Illinois College is going to offer scholarships to play esports. Illinois College is a small group of higher education institutions that are offering video game scholarships. There's been sort of a notice of esports becoming more popular, the prizes getting bigger, the stakes getting higher, the games getting more popular and everything, and colleges have started to take notice, and they've started to sort of make programs the same way there would be for any other sport.
Or extracurricular activity.
I never really ended up getting any scholarships the 8 years I was in college and never finished my degree.
I mean, I got some scholarships, but they were the pretty generic kind of scholarships for like, hey, you're a good student and you almost never missed class. Here's some money. Congratulations. Here's a free laptop. Sorry, all of the school laptops suck.
Well, my grades were too bad to even qualify for a scholarship.
Oh, come now, Ryan.
But Ryan, how could you?
You're putting your Asian ancestry to shame here.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not Chinese though. So
I never said you were.
Well, yeah, I remember back in high school, like me and my friends, like, man, I wish we could major in Quake. Well, it only took almost 20 years for that to happen, and I've been out of college forever.
Yeah, only now they want to major in League.
Yeah, like competitive.
League of Legends.
I mean, I think it's great that schools are doing this because of the fact that, not every jerkwad is out to get a basketball scholarship or a baseball scholarship or a football scholarship.
Yeah, some of those jerkwads just want to play video games.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, now, this is going on in, like I said, the Midwest. They're going Robert Morris University in Chicago and Maryville University in Missouri. Now, Missouri is not Illinois.
No, it is not.
And I guess they're just kind of part of the same group, Illinois College, though, as they're right next to each other. I don't know.
It just says the college is joining about a dozen schools across the nations that have teams. So it's just mentioning other schools that already have this implemented and teams in place to be able to do these scholarship programs.
So it's not just colleges in Illinois.
Honey, I will stab you. The S is fucking silent.
I know.
You know this.
Wait.
You are from the Midwest. You know
so
this.
Is that why you have no snakes in Illinois?
Frank, with that Oculus on your face, I feel like you're like some cyborg that's trying to decide whether or not to disembowel me or something.
But do you get it though?
Yes, I get it.
Snakes can only make the hiss sound.
You are off your game today, Frank.
Ryan's being awfully quiet over there. He's not making any Illinois.
No, oh my god.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I will say that that's not the first time I've heard that. Waiting tables and people asking me where I'm from. And, oh yeah, I'm from Illinois. And they were like, oh yeah, I've been to Illinois. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so if you do major in esports or video games, I wonder what the curriculum's going to be. Like, do you take like Quake 101?
Well, the thing is that
Like
you
League
can't.
203.
You can't. When you go to college, you can't major in football. You can't major in chess. You can't major in, basketball or whatever.
I minored in martial arts.
You did minor in martial arts, but my point is that esports and actual sports, you can't major in those.
So I can't have my degree in Quake or League.
No. That would just be something that would go on your extracurricular section of your resume.
So what are you
that
majoring?
nobody looks in.
What are you majoring in? Ball game.
Oh God.
I major in Xenoverse. Oh, so what'd you get your degree in? I got my degree in Mega Man.
Mega Man.
That, like, degrees like that would be, oh my God, even more useless than degrees in, like, fine art or English studies or women's studies, for that instance.
Like, everybody in Studio City in LA right now is
There's
like
a reason you're a starving artist.
They're all like suddenly angry and they don't know why yet because you're saying this stuff.
That's fine.
So anybody who is really competitive into League and stuff like that might want to look into the Illinois college group to see where you might be able to go to school and pay for it by playing video games. Of course, that is if you haven't already become super awesome and famous already from playing League of Legends all the time. That game is always at the top of the list of games being played on Twitch.
Oh, wait, so if I want to stay in school, I gotta win this League game.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That sounds like a manga.
Oh.
See, now it's one of those things where it's like, if this was available whenever I was looking into college, I'm like, fuck yeah, I gotta try and get into this, and everything that probably was available, I would be like, nope, fuck this shit, because, the kind of games that are typically competitive and you would have esports and have teams, I don't care about those types of games. I'd be like, well, I guess I'm fucked.
Actually, if you think about it, if you're getting your scholarship, like with League, and then you're playing against someone else with a scholarship in League, like, it might be possible if you beat them, you can fuck over their scholarship.
Now we're talking about a manga here.
Holy shit, man.
Wait. Wasn't that like a YouTube series where there was like some special high school or some shit?
Well, yeah, it was Video Game High School by Freddie Wong.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was the basic idea, is that when you were at the bottom, you got tossed.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen with this. Like, the bottom league players are going to lose.
Ryan, this is real life, okay?
Oh, shit. So, like, people's livelihoods are at stake with the scholarship.
So it's going to be more like My Hero Academia Season 2 instead.
Yes, exactly.
With the sports festival.
Mom, I'm getting kicked out of school. Why? Because I lost the League game.
Wow. I told you to play more League instead of studying math.
Yeah, that's just weird.
You call yourself an Asian person? You're dead to me.
And you call yourself a gamer.
Go to your room.
No gaming for you. Or, wait, no.
No studying for you.
Gaming would be the punishment.
No beer until you finish your tequila.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, moving on to what is this, our last topic for the evening?
Yeah, I think this was the last topic.
This was the last one.
Yeah.
Wow, we just kind of flew through these, didn't we?
No.
No?
No.
I felt like there was supposed to be one more.
This is it.
This is it.
How
This
long
is
have
the
we
end.
been talking for?
For about 46 minutes. So
Yeah,
this is it.
no, we didn't fly through these at all.
We flew through these.
No, we flew through this one.
We flew through all of these.
Whatever.
Frank's been flying around the world this whole time.
Yep.
I know, he hasn't said, anything other than bad jokes.
What else do you want me to say, Heather?
I don't know.
His joke
Have an
chip has
opinion?
not been installed yet on his cyborg face.
Oh. That explains it.
He's still like calibrating over here. And he's trying to pick my nose with the controller. So, there we go. Anyway, thanks for getting that, Frank.
You're quite welcome.
Alright, so this means this is the end of our podcast.
That was a really bad outro.
This means this is the end of our podcast.
Podcast.
That means we get to move over to Ryan's portion of the podcast, where he talks about where you can find this podcast and what other things we have going on. Ryan, take it away.
All right, so you can catch us on YouTube on Battle Geek Plus. youtube.com, which redirects to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/BattleGeekPlus. You can also download the Waxing Pixels podcast on iTunes or Podbean. And you can also catch us on Twitch playing games at twitch.tv/BattleGeekPlus. And shows we got on BattleGeek Plus are Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about our personal memories about video games and do reviews on them. And we also do Battle Geek Plus Arcade Edition, where we go to actual arcades and play games.
Whee!
Which arcade do we normally go to, and where's that at?
We go to the Arcade 2084 in Anaheim, California, near the Packing District. You should go there. It's awesome. Go to 2084arcade.com for more details.
Rad. All right. Anybody else got anything to say before we get out of here?
Nope.
Next time you guys hear my voice, I will be almost 30.
Whoa.
Yes, her birthday's coming up this weekend. So I've got to go do nice things and stuff. And
I'm so sorry that we're going to go have a day of fun.
yeah, seriously, like I thought like I'd just be able to like go to work and work really late and then come home and then sleep in and you know like I've always been doing, but instead I've actually got to take a day off and go do fun and interesting things. Ah, jeez. All right. Really, though, we're getting out of here, so time to say bye. Ryan?
Later.
Heather?
Bye.
Frank?
4.
It's good to be back.
Bye.